Narsse? Narsse?
Mm-hmm. What?
Good morning.
Huh?
You fell asleep in the bar again.
Mm. Thank you.
Took me a little while to figure out which place you were in. Some of the places aren't even open yet, and I might have cracked a pane of glass at one of them, but I don't think more than 2 or 3 people noticed.
Oh dear.
I said I was sorry.
Come on,
Okay.
let's go.
So Rogar, still not wanting to set you off because when you're hungover, Narsse can be
Fiery.
fiery. Is a good description for Narsse in all ways. So he's kind of tiptoeing, like he tiptoes around you so he can get out first. Narcissus trudging, and he's kind of tiptoeing along just to get out first so you can have your space. He knows you need your space.
Right.
One of the good things about the hangover is that it's something to pull you into your body and out of your head. Narsse spent so much time last night just in her head that the hangover is actually almost welcome, as long as nobody bothers her during this period.
Yeah. As long as nobody is too loud and sudden.
Yeah.
Like Ateles. I'm sure Ateles has caught her fire quite a few times.
Yeah, that's why they said Rogar now. Waking up with a monkey on your shoulder going, wake up.
I'm sorry. The inverse of that, when they send Taiga, he's doing that voice from a distance. Because he knows it works. He knows that voice works. But he also knows that voice is a problem when it works.
Yeah. Especially if it's at close range. As you guys had daylight, Gror and Brynja are also just kind of camped out trying to figure out what they're going to do with the day. This is day 2 of shore leave.
Yes.
So they're just kind of waiting to figure out whether you want to do business or whether we get to just hang out and play or what. So they're waiting for their first mate to order them to have fun. Or not.
It's only the second day of... Is that not quite in the right spot?
It's just leaving a dark spot right there.
Ah.
My OCD. No, it's not you. Honestly, we didn't even check to see if the 3 planets were there. Oh, yes, they are.
Yeah, they are.
Yes,
I
they
did look before.
Only 2 planets now.
I think that's got it. If you just lift...
Here we go. No, perfect. Now we're beautiful.
No more shadow?
No more shadow.
Awesome. Hi, we're back.
Hi.
So yeah, this is a planned week-long short leave,
Yeah.
right? So it's only the second day. I imagine it would be a go have fun, take care of your own business. If you have anything that you do need to be taken care of, take care of your own business.
Okay.
But we don't have work plans just yet.
Gotcha. So, the river stands just kind of mosey on off. We'll find out what kind of trouble they get into in a little bit, or not. They might actually like have something positive happen to them. We have no idea yet.
We'll see.
We'll see.
And what is Taiga doing? Taiga spent the night in town.
That's right. He had his own. He had his own room. He probably got some good sketching done of the main street at midnight kind of stuff. He tends to get contemplative, especially because he's not a big drinker. His way of drinking is to drop pebbles into the bottom of his tankard.
Yeah, okay.
He's got hands. He can lift his tankard. I know he doesn't do that.
That doesn't mean he wouldn't from time to time just to amuse himself.
So what would Taiga get into during the day?
So yesterday he did find that really nice enchanted goblet.
That goblet for the captain, yeah.
I imagine he's gonna want to give that to the captain, but I can also see him wanting to wrap it. Don't know what kind of process that would end up being.
Right. Well, I mean, where would you go? What does Aurorum have anything like? It wouldn't be like a gift wrappery, but it would be a place where.
I mean, you wrap meats and fishes. Fish. There's nothing stopping you from
That's true.
Doing that.
So when he goes to get his breakfast, he's like,
"Hey, can you give me one of them papers?"
Why not? That's a resourcefulness.
There are places that do wrap things.
Right, I'm thinking fish and chips, right? Get those in I like to use newspaper, but butcher's paper would probably be just as effective. Wax paper.
And the captain will open it and crumbs will fall out.
Grease stained. He thinks he's getting a leg of lamb. Turns out it's a stupid wooden cup.
Yeah, but it's a really cool wooden cup.
It really is, actually. So yeah, he goes to get his breakfast, and
we take ourselves so seriously.
He's like, can I get a hunk of that paper that you're wrapping those fish in? And the guy just tears him off a chunk of paper. There's no charge for it. He wraps it up gently. He's a careful guy. He wraps it up and tucks the paper into the ends of the goblet and under the foot stand, and
makes it as nice as he can with the odd piece that he's got.
Yeah. Tucks it into his side bag and
goes about his day.
Yeah.
What would his day look like after that?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So we've established that there's a little bit of everything available in the Enclave. Arts and crafts, a limited selection, but it's stuff that would sailors might find useful rather than this is a gift for my friend at home, or for my family or whatever. So, everyone on the boat has, let me see if I can do this. That is our quarters. So I'm going to take this off so I can do some other stuff here. Take that off, go there. And so I should get these labeled just so we know who sleeps where. Characters are not below decks. Characters are, some of them aren't even on the ship right now, so ignore the character markers. But we've got, where? There we go. So, should be able to see my blue marker moving around there. We've got one bunk there, we've got one bunk there, we've got one bunk there. This is the stairs that go up and down to the above deck and below deck, and then one deck below for the entrance into the
storage.
Yeah, into the hold. Around through this door here, we have our galley, where we just recently figured out that Kane, this is Kane's domain down here. As much as he hates it, he's the only one who has tolerable cooking, and his is the only cooking that he will eat. So he has relegated himself involuntarily to the position of ship's cookie. Over here we find our seating area for meals. We've got another bunk over hither. We've got, this is the captain's quarters back here. That actually needs to be, you are unlocked, so I can just move you, and you can't see me moving that. Good. This, we can get, there we go. And there's the rest of the ship's crew's quarters. 5 more bunks at the back of the boat. Lots of open area. The captain tries to keep things comfortable for his people. He doesn't use the crew quarters for storage for materials or anything like that. There's down one more level below in the hold. The whole floor of the ship is dedicated to that kind of storage. That's where extra foodstuffs and where extra sailcloth and wood for plugging holes and planks for plugging holes in the hull and that kind of stuff is all stored. Why am I talking about this?
Because reasons.
Yeah, because probably good reasons too.
We were talking about what Tyga would do with his day.
Yeah, I don't even remember why I got to this. What a jackass.
We were talking about art supplies, more in the direction of the sailors would find useful.
It's like furnishing for the crew's quarters. Right? A lot of captains have a lot of crew members on there so that there's less labor to be done. and so that means a lot less room for amenities. So I could see that eventually at some point someone would want to get a foot locker or would want to get a chest of drawers or a coffee table and settee, a lazy boy lounger. So that anyway, that was the whole thing, was that there might be some furnishing items that a creative type like Taiga might avail himself to. There would be clothing stores. There would be like net mending and sail mending, that kind of stuff. A lot of sail mending gets done on the deck of the ship because that's literally just a spool and thread and your torn sheet, your torn sail.
Yeah.
But if no one wants to do that stuff, you can lug it off of the boat and drop it off, and by the time your shore leave is over, you go pick it up and put it back on the ship, and everything's done for you. It just costs a few handfuls of gold to do it.
It's not bad.
Yeah. This is Durorum. We've had a few visits here. It's the captain has made it's not a living on the Rizantum Durorum connection, but he is one of the priority captains. He's made the run enough now that if he's in town and there's a run that needs to be made, it will be offered to him first.
Fair enough.
So everyone is comfortable in Durorum. One of the reasons why the tavern keep wasn't so quick to call the guard after Gror and Brynja got into their bar fight last night was because they always pay for the damages. So, you know.
Unless they didn't start it.
Right, right.
Brynja started this one.
Brynja started this one, so yeah, it was out of pocket for them.
But I feel that's a 50-50 shot.
Yeah, any given time, yeah, it's 50-50 as to who's going to throw that first punch at least. But Taiga, what?
So, one of the things that has come to my mind is I can see him doing some shopping for personal snacks.
Right.
Dried fruit, jerky, something that might last a little bit so that he could snack on it while out at sea.
Right.
Without dipping into the full ration.
Ship's resources, right?
The idea of a Murda going to accessory shops.
Looking for sparklies.
Oh,
that makes sense too. Absolutely.
There's small little things that he could put in his feathers or wear on his wrists.
Right.
Attached to his hat.
You know, that makes a lot of sense. I would say that he does a lot of window shopping just in case he finds something that has that instinctive appeal. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Anything he can stash in that crow's nest of his.
Right? It's like a nest probably too. It's probably he's got it made nice and comfy up there. That's a really cool idea, actually. I like that. He would probably have a lot of those things hanging over the edge so that the sun catches them and they glint.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense. So he's always looking for something to continue the adornment of his crow's nest.
Yup.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And that's something that can easily waste a whole ass day if you're just wandering slowly.
Yeah, especially if it's been a few months since you've been to town, and all your sources have had a chance to restock and cycle through what they had before, sell that out, and replace it with new interesting stuff. So that sounds like that's how Taiga spends his day. That makes sense to me. Day 2 is I haven't spent any money except on a meal and a bed, so I got a pocket full of my pay for the last leg of the journey. Let's see if I can find something cool like that. All right, that's Taiga. That's nice. I like that. Narsse. Slowly trudging through the town, nursing her headache. I feel like she would literally just be doing that, but with an eye to stopping in at the regular sources, to warehouses, checking to see if there's any destinations within 2 or 3 ports.
Not like what we were talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
I got you. I got you.
I like. Oh, by the way, I do like the idea of actually 2 or 3 ports, just so that we can get slightly longer travels, and then that can be on the die roll. If we use a D6, 1 through 3 is forward, 4 through 6 is backward.
Same exact concept,
Maybe.
just a little longer.
Yeah, just a little wider range.
I was just using a D4 because it's the one that came to mind when I had the idea.
So. Right? No, and it's good. It's good. But I like the idea of being able to have a little slightly longer range. So the idea is that we roll a D6 when we're looking for a destination. We'll be rolling a D6, and if it's 1 through 3, then it's 3 ports along the map, which I can show you.
In the direction that we were already traveling.
Correct. Which if we are in, and actually Durorum is the turnaround point, right?
That makes sense.
Because we don't want to go into Sad or into any of the other kingdom countries, really. There's just too much possibility of being harassed by kingdom navy. And not a lot of activity from the Kingdom Navy. They tend to be landlocked, but there's just no sense in
risking it.
Yeah.
There's no biscuits there.
Ain't no biscuits. Don't risk it for the biscuit.
Thank you.
So this is the turnaround point. So if we find, so this could be up to 6 then, or let's do a 4 when we're at a turnaround point. To 4 ports, and those that will include, and you're not going to be able to see, I can't actually point at stuff here, but as we, yes, you can see these, all right. So this is Durorum here.
Well, yours are wild colors. You have the colors changed.
Oh yeah, because I've got the states on top. The pink menu works as layers, and you can adjust those layers so that certain ones are on top and other ones get truncated and covered over. So I keep the states higher so that the distinction between the countries is clearer.
I got you. I've got the geographical data.
So each one of these dips in. What is that? Titriama would be one port there. Nertustio. I really can't read those. I need to make those more legible for me. Each one of these ports here is a potential destination for cargo.
Ontai. They're fun to say though.
Yeah, they're interesting. It's like a tongue twister challenge.
Tatalunu. Tantalono. Tatalono.
Excuse me. So does she find a potential contract? And there's no reason that we would be limited to one, given the size of the hold.
Right.
Like for the wood shipment, that's a lot of wood that would have taken up the majority of the hold. But if we got several small contracts, she would just have to decline the ones that are in the wrong direction and accept the ones that are forward in the right direction.
So let's say 25 and below she does not.
Gotcha.
26 to 75 she hears rumors of something that's somebody's going to need something soon.
Okay.
And then 76 to 100 she'll
Is a score.
She'll score one right away.
Gotcha.
That is a 91.
So we got a score. All right. We got the cargo sheet right here.
What is that? 2d12?
That is 2d12.
All right. Come on, 24. Is that a 1 or a 7? That is a 7. So 19.
19. So, modifying the entry, because some of these are really specific, we have some Firish steel, high grade, very, very heavy crates of high grade steel ingots from the forges of fear, the draconic forges of fear.
That shit's gotta be good.
Yeah. So, and let's do the. I'll do the roll d6. No, that's what we said. It was going to be a d4 for a turnaround. See which port we're headed to. Because of the weird little hook in this map, where we can take that inland route. Past the Tigger. Yeah, because that just goes up. So it would only be like that. Okay, so here we go. That is a 4. So we'll be going 1, 2, 3, 4. That's where the library.
I have those markers turned off.
Okay, that's not gonna help.
Ori Niridu?
Or near, yeah, that's what it looks like, yes. Next to Nertucho.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got you.
Okay. So it's a relatively short, that one's a relatively short journey, literally just hooking to the north of the Polexum. Really can't, I'm gonna have to change those letters, the colors of those letters. It's difficult for me to read, because it's also very small. I'm not using the real map.
Small is definite.
Okay.
So we got a couple crates of steel.
Yeah, let's
go
figure out
somewhere into shame.
Yeah, there's a thing that I can do here. That's still, I wanted to do that, but I like to do that first. That, and then that can come off, and then there, and then cover that. And each one of these yellow spots is a cargo slot.
Okay.
So we've got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 potential slots. These were very, very heavy. So I would say these would probably be worth 1d4 slots each. For weight, we have to offset for size.
Well, yeah.
So let's find out how many lots we're gonna carry, and that is only one lot, but it's gonna be 3 slots.
Okay.
Yeah, so we've still got, how many was that? That was
17 is what you had
17. So we
said.
still got 14 slots left.
So those could easily be those 3 slots in the middle there.
Yeah, and that would help maintain balance, keep the keel low, keep the beam low in the water.
Yeah. As long as we don't have about 6 other things that are wild weights.
Right. So we'll say these 3. Why are you doing that? Okay. 1, 2, and 3. That'll keep the weight nice and distributed across the center of the boat. Can you see those marks? Doesn't look like it, huh?
I see it there. Yep.
No. Oh, because I'm only using the marker. Stroke style, make a fat stroke. See if that's any better.
I mean, it's white on yellow. It's the opposite of Novell. I can't see it when I'm looking right at it. But I can notice it off the side of my vision.
Okay.
But it's white on yellow. It's not a big deal. From this angle.
Yeah, they're actually baby blue, but so I'll use. It's just from the angle.
See
like you said.
how I could.
From the angle.
Oh, hey, yeah, that I can see. There we go. Gotcha. Okay.
All right. So that is Narsse's afternoon. She spent negotiating that, and we'll be sending some crew to receive that at some point before we leave. But usually that kind of stuff happens on day 7. We've got 6 days of shore leave, where she's just setting contracts up for delivery to the the ship on day 7.
That will work.
All right.
Rogar.
Rogar's with his brother and sister, I think, unless he's
Well, it depends on what they're doing.
keeping Taiga company again. Yeah. Is Taiga the babysitter?
I mean, I feel like Taiga and Rogar would be close enough, like-minded wise, that they would get the same level of enjoyment in the same similar things.
Right. See that? They're both peaceful. They're both like fun and artsy stuff. So yeah, that makes sense.
I could see them being close.
Yeah.
I could. Rogar is still going to be like brother, sister,
Right.
but he's also going to be Tiger. Taiga.
Maybe he calls him Tiger.
Maybe once in a while. So Brenya and Roar then.
Yeah, what are they up to? It's got to be a little bit stifling not being able to just roam around the city proper.
Yeah. I can see them being kind of used to it, having been here quite a few
So
times,
frequently, right?
but also it's such a limited area. It's not much better than being on the ship.
Right. So back another tavern, I guess.
I mean, Roar's always going to be listening for more rumors and gossip,
True that.
and Brenya's always going to be looking for another drink. I can see that easy. Especially if Rogar's not around.
Right. So in the first part of the day, she's not drinking heavily enough that she becomes a liability, I would think. But let's see if Gror picks up anything useful. We don't really have a table for that or a methodology, really. So,
Well, it's an instinct check, I would imagine, or a knowledge check.
right. Yeah, he's got a terrible instinct.
Yes, he does. I have noticed that.
Is that he is? Yeah, he is a rogue with shit instinct. Oh, it's because of Ness. That's why.
Yeah,
He's more of a doer,
yeah.
but he fancies himself.
He
All
likes
right.
the idea of finding information. He just doesn't do it very often.
Did he have any experiences? Unnamed experiences.
No, we have not given
Let's
anybody.
offset some of that by saying that he's got big furry ears as an experience,
Okay.
and that will allow him to pick up a little more.
And that will cost a hope to do.
Okay.
So, I'll do that one and that one. Big furry ears, -1 hope. Gets a +2 and a -1, which is a net gain of +1.
One. Yep. So this would be. Let me see here. It's a. Let's put it at a 13.
And
10. Nothing useful, unfortunately.
with hope, though, so he gets that hope back.
Nice. It's a free failure.
Yeah, because that's 5 on hope, 4 on fear. +2, -1, yada yada.
Yeah.
Anyone that couldn't keep up with that, 9 +1.
Oh, you math deficient, like me.
Alyssa would have needed that help, especially after work.
So that is relatively early morning to afternoon, I think.
Yeah.
Let's do something similar for Taiga to see if he finds anything that appeals to his murder nature. This would be instinct, I think. Yeah, and that also plays right into his stats. So, but yes, perceive and sense.
I actually gave him custom stats.
Oh, right on. All right.
Because we have him as a warrior. Warriors,
Technically classless is how we're thinking about him anyway.
but warrior stats are agility based.
Right.
So, anyways,
So let's put that at a 12 even.
yeah. Unfortunately, that is a 9.
A 9, okay.
7 with hope.
Again with hope, right on.
And it's 7 on the dice, and plus his 2 for instinct. I shifted his +2 to instinct because he is that crow's nest.
Right, it's his whole deal to perceive. Yeah, that makes absolute sense. So we're batting 1,000 here. Nobody, well, other than Narsse scoring a contract.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But also, everything's been with hope so far. That bodes well,
Yeah,
right?
That's right. That's not foreshadowing. Reverse logic foreshadowing.
Look,
Um,
you've played with us in the main campaign and the Clank Emancipation. Just because hope is rolled doesn't mean hope is gained.
right. What rolls around comes around.
Right.
So back on the Lessonia, the captain's got us working repairs and maintenance.
Yep.
So Ateles, I think, would be checking lines, and Nivelle, what do you think?
Nivelle's going to be looking for any damage or scrapes against the hull, on the railing, anything like that. I have given him the experience. Wood and bone aren't so different.
Oh, right on. That's cool.
So, if any ship mending,
Dumbass.
I mean, I don't see any technology that's wet, so
No,
it's not so bad.
It's inconvenient. It's uncool. Uncouth.
You can't say it's uncool because it's cold.
It's actually kind of nice, yeah.
Thank you for seeing where I was going with that. But yeah, so any ship mending that would need to happen, I can use a hope to give him +2 for anything that has to do with that.
Very nice. Very nice. So, the only action that we saw on this last trip were those man-eating pelicans, and they were more focused on the meat on deck rather than on the wood. So I don't think we actually find very much in the way of wood damage to the deck or to any of the fittings on the deck.
Do I remember somebody missing an attack?
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. We'll want to be more specific about that stuff because ship's maintenance is a thing.
Yeah.
But because our baddies were flying razor blades, basically, with those razor talons and teeth, it's very possible that there might have been some sail damage. So let's both do an instinct check to see if we come across any of that soft stuff damage. That's
There was the attack against Taiga in the crow's nest as well.
That's very true. So there might be some damage up there. Ooh, he might have lost some of his sparklies. We're doing 1 and 2. Rainbow is fear.
Sorry, this is Nivelle rolling.
Yeah.
So use the right pair of dice.
We'll keep this at a straight 50-50 12.
Sure.
So let's see here. If we beat, that's good, right? So no damage. If we don't beat it, we fail, and so that's finding damage.
That's a good question, because perceiving.
That's true.
So how about this?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I have another pair of dice. we'll use this as fate dice.
Okay.
So we'll do hope, fear, in this case. And if the hope is better, there is no damage.
Okay.
If the fear is higher, don't forget what you just rolled.
Right, I got it.
Ooh, the fear was higher. So there was some damage.
There was some damage. All right.
And I didn't roll very high.
Okay, I rolled a 15 with fear. It was a 9 and a 6.
All right. Did you add the fear?
I did not add the fear.
I rolled an 11, so I almost saw it. But I did roll with hope. 9 and a 1.
Lucky. All right. So then that's and this was sail damage and line damage, so that would be on me to fix, and that means I'm going to do a finesse check to try to repair. Set me a target number. We can say this was on the missed attack that last attack on the captain.
Okay.
And that means it's one of the. I need to go back up to here. I'm going to put you back where we got you. There, and then we need to make you visible. That was up here. So it'd be no. Why are you doing? No, I used to have it. That's why. There it is. Okay, these lines. These lines that over here have been damaged.
Okay.
So
I've got the number selected.
all right, I am making my roll. That is a 9 with hope.
Okay. I have a 13 selected.
I do not do a very good job repairing that, but I will suck up that hope. What's my name again? There we go, and that was another hope. That maxes me out, really? Awesome.
I mean, you did get more hope shots on the seagulls than I did.
Yeah, I did.
Granted, mine were glowy, so.
Because I am the best. I am the best at. Okay.
I hit more than you did.
But I hit better. And that's the important part.
That's debatable.
And in fact, it's that argument where I'm like, and not focused on my job, and so any future damage that happens to that back quarter, those lines back there, we'll have to remember that damage is pre-existing, and it'll be even worse. A delayed fear effect.
What is that?
That's going to be starboard,
Aft
starboard lines to the mainmast. And that is the morning on the boat. Kane is scrubbing pots and cleaning ashes from the fire, from the oven and stove. He's basically cleaning below decks. The captain
enjoying his morning tea.
Enjoying his tea. Yeah, as he is wont to do.
Probably playing his instrument. What's he play?
We have not figured that out yet, have we?
We have not talked about that at all.
I remember at one point we were considering naming the ship for a drum.
Okay.
And that always seemed like an interesting intuitive decision for a bard to be a percussionist bard. So I wouldn't mind exploring how that would work. Ridley
War drums are a thing.
Ridley is a bit of a kook, so it's kind of interesting that he would be like this gentle soul who takes his power from beating the skins.
And that is the thing. Gotcha.
Captain Ridley is a drummer. He's got all kinds of drums. He's got taiko drums and bongo drums and everything in between.
Well, now I gotta look it up. What kind of travel drums are there?
Okay.
Because I would imagine he would have at least one set of all.
Right.
Of each of them. For whatever suits his mood, each particular event. Spell it right, dude. V-E-L. Oh, look at that. So there's a nice long list Google has given me.
Right on.
Except a lot of these are setup drums.
Okay, that's not very travel-y then.
That's not very travel-y. So, but it's also given me stuff like African drums, and Pearl Compact drum.
Interesting.
I think that's a brand.
Oh, right. Yeah, Pearl is a drum manufacturer. Yeah.
So I don't think that search was very helpful.
Yeah. So, as far as period music goes, like the Irish timbre is the drum that has the crossbeam in the middle that uses a single stick that has a beater on both ends. Da-dum.
Yeah. Bongos are good for travel.
Right, bongos are small. You can put them on a shoulder sling. Like a marching drums snare, like a revolutionary.
Yeah, those. Do you remember the Renaissance Festival Drum Jam?
Oh yeah.
Those are those Irish ones you were talking about, aren't they?
That's man, the 5-gallon drums, 5-gallon buckets. You've got upside down trash cans. You've got the metal ones are a whole different thing. The plastic ones are a whole other thing. There's yeah, the drum jams were.
They were a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So, I miss going to a Renaissance Festival. I miss going to the Renaissance Festival.
There is one here.
It's a Renaissance fair. Difference.
Okay, snooty.
Look, okay. Do you know how big the Arizona Renaissance Festival was?
Oh yeah.
The Alabama Renaissance Fair could fit in the first opening.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
I've seen the map for it. It's not impressive.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
It
that's sad.
exists, sure. The map does not give me hope that it would be any kind of entertaining for a whole day.
Gotcha. Not worth the drive to go to then, yeah.
Yeah, not looking at the map anyway.
Right.
Arizona spoiled me. I haven't been to anything bigger than that.
I've been to Scarborough, and both of the Texas fairs are freaking huge.
I've heard that
TRF itself is a permanent site. Permanent buildings, hard-built buildings, fully power, fully plumbed, cobblestone roads. There's another show like that in New York. The Tuxedo Show is like that in New York. I haven't been to that one though, but yeah, I traveled professionally with the Renaissance festivals for a while, so I've been around. I'm an old dog.
And look at you learning new tricks.
Going back to my old tricks. Can I help you? I love you. Feline intervention.
Onyx doing Onyx things.
Let's go ahead and do one more roll for Narsse for afternoon and evening.
The fuck was that? That was a percentile roll? Is that what I did?
How did we do that?
I think it was percentile because it was.
That's right, yeah, because it was 1 through 25, 26 through 75, and then 76 through 100. Yes. I remember things sometimes.
Only sometimes. 42.
42 is that
The
rumor.
answer to life.
Right, the answer to life, the universe, and everything. That is a rumor that she'll need to chase down. A note that she'll take and hand off to the captain, probably. Let's make a roll for it to find out the nature of it, if not the specific item. Come on, 24. Hang. From a fierce cattle company looking for a transporter.
Really?
Okay.
Lots of grassland. That checks. Most of the middle.
Yeah.
Actually, 100% of the middle of fear.
Yeah. When the captain makes his investigation, I have notes. I have notes. Let me make notes.
I suppose we would need to determine why it would fall through. Going in the wrong direction, or is it
Right. Yeah, right. That's actually a really good good note there.
Is it not here yet? Will it not be here in time before we leave? Because rumors can't always pan out.
What was the first one?
Wrong direction.
That's right.
So it would, from here, it would have to be going into sad or beyond.
Let's see. So we got 1, 2, 3. And then 3, that's 3 negatives: bad timing, wrong direction, and a lowball bid. And then we'll say highball, and ooh. Okay, I've got a D6 worth of results: 3 positive, 3 negative. We've got bad timing, wrong direction, lowball bid. We've got highball, very lucrative. We've got the one that's just it's a good price and it's on the right path. And then we've got guarantees future contracts.
Nice.
So we'll do that roll probably when the captain comes on his shore leave. Night 2. The usual suspects. We've got drunken Brynja. We've got nosy Roar.
Yeah.
We've got
Rogar and Taiga probably.
Gonna probably do the same thing. They'll just end up just noodling around. But we can do a roll to see if they're within close enough proximity to help out
if something happens.
Gror and Brynja get into trouble. And then Narsse, where will Narsse be? We'll have to figure out what she's doing during the evening also. We've established that it's kind of her habit to be within shouting range at least of the troublemakers when she's on shore with them. So
yeah. And luckily, it's only the 2 of them that are troublemakers in this group.
Yeah.
Rogar is mixed, breaking windows looking for Narsse and shit.
He just knocks hard. That's all. He just knocks hard. He's got the big bear claws and he goes tap, tap, tap.
He needs to not tap and use knuckles.
All that fur. Can't hear it if he tries to knock like regular people do. So let's figure out if Brynja starts any shit.
Fate roll?
That sounds good to me. That sounds good to me.
7 on hope.
7 on hope. So was she hoping to get into a fight? we need to establish that kind of shit, don't we?
I think here the hope is she doesn't get into trouble.
Okay. From Narsse's perspective.
We'll play it that way.
Okay.
Just because Brynja wants the fight doesn't mean Brynja needs the fight.
Right. This means that Gror can make his perception check with advantage. So he'll be making that instinct or knowledge, I guess, whichever one he wants to do, plus his big furry ears bonus with advantage, and I will roll that advantage die. It's evening. People tend to get loudmouth when they're drinking. Let's knock it down to we'll say a 10.
Well, that's 11 on the fear dice.
Okay, so we've got 11 with fear,
Well, it's
and that's just
16, 15,
17
17.
plus 6.
So he heard
He
something.
heard something. Yeah, what did he hear?
Nothing he liked based off the fear dice.
You know what? He heard that there is earlier this afternoon a bunch of hooded bastardy types came rolling into town. Word on the street with a 26 is that they're Black Nail.
These sea-bound individuals, would they know about Black Nail?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
The captain probably would have.
And I feel like Narsse would too. She was at the Sawdust.
Mm-hmm. Sawdust Saloon.
Sawdust Saloon, which is Timber Ward.
Correct.
Or the Timber District.
Yep.
So yeah, I feel like it's not as rough as the South Side District in Fate's Wheel, but it's still rougher than some of the other districts. So yeah, she would at least be aware of their existence.
Some of the nasty
and having been
rules.
raised in Fearish government, or at least Fearish politics. Her father was a manufacturing magnate, I believe, a merchant.
We may have to go watch our own videos.
Yeah, I think so.
Because I believe you said it.
I know I said it. Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to recall. But that could have been Chris's parents also. So.
Chris's was merchant.
If Chris's family was the merchant family, then Narsse's was the manufacturers. Yeah. So okay. Then
We're gonna go with that for now.
Yeah.
I'd have to do some research.
Watch Draco's defining moment and correct us. Also like and subscribe.
If you do that, we won't have to. Help us be lazy.
So Roar is now aware of the fact that there are potential Black Nail operatives rolling around in the Enclave. The only reason they would be here would be either, and anyone would know about it, is if they were being obvious, which means they're probably looking for transport. No fight, good information.
Information?
Well, yeah, in substantial information, not necessarily good.
Not necessarily bad either.
Brynja goes home disappointed, but
she had more time to drink.
Right.
Let's not say disappointed. She was going home happy one way or the other.
So the river stands end up back on the Lessonia for the night. Narsse, how does she feel about a hangover 2 days in a row? Would Gror have shared his information with Narsa? Is that something?
I believe he would. I don't know if he would do so excitedly or not. Like,
Right.
hey, I heard something. Hey, I've caught a rumor.
Right. You should probably be aware.
It doesn't sound good, but here it is. Let's do a D20 and say 12 or higher, she ends up with another hangover.
Okay.
But 11 and below, she will stop herself early to avoid it.
Take it in moderation. All right. Here we go.
She's trying to avoid, but
So the higher we roll, the drunker she gets. Is
yeah, that sounds good. Tell me it's a nat 20 or a nat 1.
It is a nat 20, sir. She gets all kind of messed up.
The information about the black nail did not do her any favors.
That is a nat 20.
Should we mark a stress for that?
I think we probably should, actually. Yeah. Yeah. Narsa ended up stressing herself out.
The dice tell the tale. Tell the tale.
Tell the tale. Your markings aren't showing up.
Because that's a copy, it's not going to do everything.
Oh, okay. If we were in the demi-plane role-playing environment, it probably would. Okay.
I believe so. I do not know for certain.
Gotcha.
Because we did make that change to Gror. I don't imagine that would be sitting on yours.
What was the change we made to Gror?
His primary weapon.
Oh, right. That I have to go to equipment, and yeah, no, his primary is still set at unarmed strike.
Oh, really?
On my list, yeah. And his equipment is this is Gror, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on this list, it's your grappling hook and dagger, small dagger.
Interesting. I must have sent those to you before adding the cutlass and then changing the cutlass.
Okay.
Okay. Because the grappling hook is his rogue item. That's just the thing he has because he's a rogue.
Right, yeah, it's a common roguey thing. It's a finesse secondary, so not a lot of options there. So yeah, Narsa gets all kinds of messed up. Does this cause problems for her over the late part of the evening?
Fate dice. Let's fate dice that. She wants to be left alone, but being drunk doesn't necessarily mean you're actively doing what you want.
This is not going well for Narsa.
Really?
That is a 14, but 12 on the fear die. 2 on the
Oh,
hope
goody.
die.
So how can this go wrong for Narsa? I've got an idea and I don't like it.
I mean, mouthing off to an actual black nail operative is my instinctive go-to. Is that what you had in mind? What did you have in mind?
She saw the black nail individuals walk into the bar, so we were in the same direction at least.
Right.
Mm.
Oh.
Oh, hey, I was just told about you guys.
About you.
Yeah, I would imagine just approaching them saying, I know who you are, would be a problem.
Right. Given that that was a 12 on that fate roll, I would say that she goes, "You're black nail, aren't you?" Like it's as bad a misstep as you could get without actually drawing weapons on them. Would be calling them out as black nail in a public venue.
Yeah. Would they be able to keep their cool in that situation?
I feel like they absolutely would.
It's just a fucking drunkard.
It's just a drunk fucker, right? But I would say that over the course of the evening, one of those operatives ends up leaving.
Mm.
And maybe two of them. One, they leave at the same time as though they're on some sort of business. One of them goes back to report to the cell leader.
Am I frozen again?
Oh, you are?
I'm frozen again.
Awesome.
I'm just playing statues, guys. Don't worry about me.
How long ago did that happen?
I could not tell you.
There. That one. There.
I was only looking over to see if I was still in frame.
So beautiful. Okay.
Am I back?
You're a real boy now.
Am I back? I'm back. Hi, everybody. It's not just a picture anymore.
Snapshot. The other one camps out, gets into a sneaky hiding spot, and okay, not very sneaky. That was a 2. Not a nat 1.
He's the barbarian of the group.
Right? But posts up outside, so if she decides to go wandering or go home, he can tail her.
So here's the next question.
Mm-hmm.
Does she?
Given how drunk she is, I would say probably not.
Passes out in the bar
She
again?
tends to just pass out in the bar. Is this a bar that will let her stay, or is this a bar that will close down and put her out on the street? Last call. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
That feels like a fate roll.
That feels like another fate roll to me, too.
Yeah. 11
Uh-huh.
on the hope dice.
Okay.
12.
12 on the fear die.
She's sleeping in the gutter tonight.
She is maxing out her negativity tonight. So yeah.
The drunken nap won't even fix the stress now.
How many? Let's roll a d10 to find out how many there are in this group. It's a big group.
Really?
There are 8 guys. 6 of them end up staying the whole evening in the tavern.
Until last call.
We'll say that there's at least a 9th that went to be reported to the cell leader.
That makes sense.
So that's a big crew. That's a big crew.
That's bigger than the one in the main campaign. But that's also headed into a major town.
Yeah.
So this is a large crew being in a nothing verge
Yeah.
in a dock town. That's big.
I'm having a thought. This is helping me to figure out how this is going to work.
Okay. I am still a real boy, everybody. Brynja likes drinks and loves fighting. Gror loves rumors and gossip. Rogar is the crew junior and has a very open mind. Kane is the crew grump and chef. And the captain loves his tea, music, and his drums. And Taiga, I have an interesting list here. Is easily distracted, shiny, artiste, and likes the whole crew.
Nice.
So, while you were away, I was reading off my notes.
Right on.
So that everybody out there knows what I'm noting on, without knowing all of what I'm noting on.
Is that secrety stuff over there?
Not really. We've talked about all of it.
Okay. So the one hang up that I'm having here.
Sure.
And I do see, but it seems like it's purely to facilitate what I feel would happen next.
Okay.
Does Narsse have any markings or talismans or anything that designate that she is a crew member on the Lessonia?
So, I would imagine the captain would give something to represent that she is first mate. I don't think it would be something that would be universally understood, so to speak. Like, this is a medal that the first mate gets.
Right.
This is an object that Captain Ridley had given to Narsse. I do imagine it would be something that she has on her person.
Right.
A dangly bit somewhere.
A badge or a favor or something like that.
Yeah.
So what I feel like it would be that is not like Lessonia, first mate,
Right.
would be a baked clay favor pin that has ribbon on it, but rather than having words on it, it's got a drum and two crossed drumsticks, like the skull and crossbones.
I got you.
That would match the ship's pennon that flies over Taiga's head.
I like that.
So with that in mind, the next morning, there is who wakes up first? we have to assume, for the purposes of this, that Narsa does not wake up first.
Right. She's hungover. She's not capable of waking up on her own. So on the ship, right?
Yes. Yes.
So I believe it would unintentionally alternate between Gror, Kane, and Nivelle.
Okay.
Nivelle for his morning prayers, being a seraph and all that,
Right.
and Kane for prepping breakfast,
Okay.
and Gror just because that's what he would be doing to facilitate getting the ship going.
Right.
I have a hair or something intertwined with my eyelashes, and I don't like it.
So we said Kane, Gror, Nivelle.
Yeah, those are the three that come to mind first for who would be up first.
Okay.
And I don't think it would
Let's add Rogar into that.
Sure.
And we'll say 1, 2, 3, 4 in that order. Kane,
Gror.
Kane, Gror, Nivelle, Rogar. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is a 2. It's Nivelle. No, Kane, Gror.
Gror.
It's Gror.
Okay.
Wakes up for his morning workout.
Sure. His morning stretches.
Right.
Because he's finesse.
That's true, yeah. Parkour in the morning!
That'll get your blood going.
So he gets out in the early morning mist before the sun is burned off the seaborne mist, and he sees a dagger stuck into the main mast. Hanging from that dagger is a small bit of parchment, and that parchment is tied up with the ribbon on the seal of Narsa's badge.
Yuck. Okay. As he would go. Would he go pick that up? Or would he rouse the captain first? Because he would recognize the ribbon and the badge.
Absolutely, probably would.
So I imagine he would be curious, what the fuck is this? Get up close enough to where he does recognize it, and that's not good.
Yep. Yep.
And then probably go rouse the captain. That's what I think. Talking through it, that I think that's what it would end up being. Okay. I'm going to be a moment away.
Okay. I have a prop from the main campaign that I am going to make some minor adjustments to in order to cover some information that is not relevant here. I am going to take some paper clips. Actually, you know what? I don't even need to do that. I'm going to show it to you now because you're not going to see it when Bex sees it. So if I hold it like this, and like this. All right, there we go. That is the seal of the black nail. It is a very rough blacksmithed nail in a black wax with a non-readable language. It is the written language of the Infernus.
Did I hear something I wasn't supposed to?
No. I mean, no. So I'm going to put that there so that you can see it, because but first we need to figure out who reads the scroll.
I do believe it would be the captain.
Okay. So
Can he reach it?
can the captain reach it? Probably not. Probably not. Well, no. We've got 10 guys, right? We've got nine guys on the crew. 3 humans, or 3 human-sized. Sure. So Gror goes and rouses the captain.
Rouses the captain, tells him that he thinks something's happened to Narsse.
Whatever would give you that idea? What?
Her badge is stuck to the past.
Show me. He puts on his silken bedrobe, still has his nightcap on.
Dude's living in luxury, I guess.
Yep. They head up the stairs up onto the main deck, and there is, in fact, a rusty, shitty dagger embedded into the mast through a small twine rope, and hanging from that twine is a bit of rolled parchment, and that's been tied up with the ribbon and badge of Narsse, a gift that was given to her by the captain himself. So he... Thank you, Gror. Hands the dagger back to Gror, takes the badge off, places it in the pocket of his bedrobe, and unties the twine very daintily, hands that to Gror, and unrolls the scroll. So there's a handwritten message and that wax seal in lieu of a signature.
Okay.
It is the image of a blacksmith's nail, a farrier's nail,
Okay.
surrounded by a ring of unreadable text. Could be draconic, could be Infernus. Meta, it is Infernus.
But we don't know that.
But we don't know that. But it's not a common language. The handwritten message says, she opened her mouth and now you'll have to pay. We'll see you after breakfast.
feel like Shore Leave just ended early.
It's leaning that way for me too. In fact, the captain says something along those lines. He says, "Fetch Taiga."
Hi, Captain.
And as Gror heads down the gangplank and starts walking up the wharf, the ship's bell. The captain starts ringing the ship's bell to bring all hands on deck.
All right. I don't see that not working on anyone right now, so Narsse, Gror, and Taiga are the only ones not present.
Correct. Narsse is not present. Taiga is in his quarters in town, and Gror is going to fetch him. Yep. So the captain shows the letter around as people start rolling up on deck, groggy and unhappy at being summoned before, just as dawn's light starts burning off the overnight mist.
So Neville would ask what they mean. We'll see you after breakfast. Did they tell us where they needed us to be?
I would assume that it means that they will be here. They've not given us a place to meet them, so I feel we would be amiss and could risk their wrath if we were to try to be somewhere and they didn't find us.
Well, I suppose that is obvious, given that they know where we are. Huh.
Yeah. Atelius looks up at you. He's like, I think it's a better bet that we stay here. I think that's a pretty safe bet. I mean, we don't know where they were staying. We don't even know where they might have been camped out or bedded up. We don't all have to be here, do we?
Are you trying to not be here?
Well, I mean, I could go look for them. I feel helpless. I don't like not being able to do something. I mean, Narce's but she's still ours.
She is ours, yes. Did anybody know where she was last night?
It is her habit to meander until she finds a place suitable for her to drink. It's rarely the same place twice. Rogar's usually the one they send to track her down. So he would have the best idea as to what her habits are, but
yeah. I guess there's nothing for it now but to have breakfast.
all right, I hear ya. You stopped me from cooking. I don't understand. I could have been cooking this whole time. We don't know a goddamn thing. A moon's damn thing. Starts trumping down the stairs to go back to making his breakfast.
Just his, no one else.
No, making the ship's breakfast.
No, I like the other one better.
Someone's got to cook for the captain, though. Yeah, you think he's gonna do it himself?
I'm sure he'd make a lovely-ish meal.
Ish.
Look, he enjoys fine teas. That's his breakfast.
Tiger. Tiger.
Yeah.
Narse's gone missing.
Huh?
Narse's gone missing. Let's get back to the ship.
Have you checked all of the bars yet?
It's more than that. I'll fill you in on the way, but get your britches on. Knickers, britches, brickers. Just so you know where that came from.
Fair enough. All right. Give me a moment. A moment. In Narse's voice.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you're right. How missing?
And then in Neville's voice. Not in here.
He's just doing a play while he's getting dressed.
You woke him up. He's going to have some fun with it.
Right?
Why wouldn't he?
So Groar tells the story, and they get back to the ship
Breakfast is done cooking.
as breakfast is done cooking. Normally, they would do meal service down at the tables. There should be 2. There are 8 people. Oh yeah. Stand by. There you go. Oh no, that's not it.
I think that's one too far.
I can take that back. Slowly. No.
I was trying.
I know you were trying. I was the one that was being grabby. But the captain insists that
It's on deck.
it's on deck. Yeah. So
Everybody's facing a different direction.
Kane, exactly. Kane brings up the service and starts setting it out on the deck barrels, and everyone kind of posts up so they can see wherever along the wharf their expected company might arrive. And before too long, I would say so. Can I have a fate roll, please?
Sure. Let's do these 2. Ooh.
Hope. All right, they bring her with.
Nice.
She is looking a little the worse for wear. Like they didn't really let her sleep, or she slept in a very uncomfortable position. She is her eyes are red and bloodshot. It's more than just that she didn't sleep very well. It's that she was as drunk as it is possible for a Dracona to get, and also forced to stay awake all night. So she's not in a good place. Um, we see,
Mark another stressor.
as a matter of fact, I think that's appropriate. Um, she is surrounded by 8 guys. There's going to be, let's say we know there's 3 humans on the crew, but only 2 of them are present. Let's say that there is an orc. Let's say that there is a Dracona. I need to write these down.
This is good shit. I need to keep
Right.
this. So 2 of 3 humans, an orc, a Dracona. From my understanding, there's usually a goblin.
There's usually, yeah, there's going to be, so that's 4 goblins. There could be a giant. I don't see a giant being involved in the stealthy. There's more likely to be an orc.
On.
And fawn, yes, very usually either skulks or supports. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're gonna double up. Let's see who we double up on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. So we've got 2 goblins. Now we're gonna do a D4 and only 2 of those. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 8 here. 2, 2, and 4. No, he is not there. So 1. That's 5, 6, 7. We need 1 more. So there we go. All right. 2 humans, 2 goblins, 2 orcs, and 2 fawn.
Very balanced. And they are walking 2 by 2, right?
The orcs go marching 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah.
Thank you.
The fawns go marching 2 by 2, hurrah. Yes, so, I love you.
Love you too.
So, she is bound, straitjacketed with rope. She's got her wrists tied around behind her, so the knot is actually at her back, and her arms are crossed up. It's a very simple but very effective way of neutralizing without having free arms to be able to swing.
Yeah.
She is a fearsome redskin Dracona after all.
She would be very.
Oh wait, I said there was a Dracona, so let's say that was 1 fawn and 1 Dracona. I had already established that. I just forgot to write it down, and so I didn't factor that in.
Sorry.
No worries. He's green.
What kind of green?
You tell me.
Grass.
Grass green. So what's his breath weapon?
Oh.
I don't know, if we have to fight him, we need to know that.
I don't think it has mattered yet. Color of scales to breath weapon.
No, okay, you're right.
I don't think we've established that matters.
Okay, that's true. Otherwise, you would be like white or black or something. So.
Could be. still an important question, though.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to dodge it.
I don't see how that actually matters by relation.
All right. So we got fire, steam. I could see a steam dragon. We got electricity that was established. Poison.
Ice was established.
Ice was established as well.
Huh.
Lava.
I don't know. I'm kind of digging the ice idea. Not really sure why.
That's cool. Let's go with it. The orc is one of the two orcs. She's actually directly surrounded by both of the orcs, one on either shoulder, and guiding her up the wharf towards the gangplank. Evans is female. There is one human, one female. The one male and one female human. There we go. One human and one female.
You getting tired, Dad?
I'm not. I'm just trying to process on the fly.
I'm losing your dice.
For some reason, I looked right at my 8-sided, right next to my other 10-sided, and I was like, both 10-sideds, looking for my 8-sided, and it was not both. So
I get it.
yeah. Both of the orcs are female.
Okay.
As is the fawn. And our Dracona is male. Okay. They don't even stop to ask permission to come aboard. They just start heading up the gangplank, forcing Narsse up, buried in the middle of them. And they, let's see here, this is gangplank's going to be right around the middle port side. I don't know if you can you see. This is your gangplank area here. And they all filter on. We'll just kind of scribble an area. It doesn't look like they're like gonna take over the boat. Why aren't you drawing? Yeah, I'm not even gonna wrestle with it. The Captain Ridley stands kind of at attention. They're not really respectful, but you know, if you,
Understanding.
yeah. Wary.
Very on edge, I would imagine.
Roar. He's doing his fisty clenchy thing that he likes to do when he's getting tense. Brynja, how is Brynja set up at the moment? Is she aggravated? Is she chill? Is there death in her eye? Is she concerned for Narsse?
I would imagine there is concern for Narsse. My first thought, that was days ago. Sorry, I have Brynja brought up and she still has armor slot, 2 stress. She's rested since then. But I imagine she would post herself right next to Captain Ridley, where Narsse would be.
Right.
Just because she understands we need to protect the captain.
Mm-hmm.
But she is also death glaring as many people as she can get in her view at once.
Yeah.
She's not going to make a move this time.
Okay.
But she's ready to make a move.
Right.
And she wants it to happen at this point. But not for the normal reasons.
I would like to make a stealth check for Atelies.
Fair enough.
It's going to be at disadvantage because he is trying to carry lead weights up to the crow's nest.
Okay.
As soon as they started walking up the wharf, he ran around and started detaching lead weights from the edges of several fishing nets, and strung them together, put them over his shoulder, and started climbing up the rigging up to the crow's nest. We need to find out whether or not they clocked him doing that. So. This is Atelies, this is Agility. Give me a target number. They are on high alert, so...
Got it.
Okay, I'm just looking to see if I have anything here. Would Natural Climber help me with the stealthiness? No.
Doesn't Natural Climber give you advantage on agility rolls?
Yes.
So
that involve climbing and balancing specifically.
Yes, that would counteract the disadvantage.
Okay. All right, so that's a flat roll then. And I'm trying to figure out how minor illusion might help, but it really just adds more to see, more to draw attention. So I don't think he would actually use that. I'm just thinking out loud here. Okay, so flat roll. You have your target number in mind.
I have my target number selected.
Gotcha.
You crit?
I crit on 12s. I crit on 12s.
That beats the 16 I had selected.
Oh my God, that's awesome. That's beautiful.
You are exactly on the opposite end of the mast from where they're coming.
Yeah. That worked out really well. Let's see how many lead weights I have. I have 8 lead weights on a string. So as soon as I get up there, Achilles is taking them off of the string and setting them up to be able to start dropping them on heads. Not gonna start dropping, but if the
Getting ready
S
for
hits
two.
the fan, so once everyone is on deck and the staring match begins, what does Captain Ridley say to by way of introduction or by way of opening negotiations?
So first and foremost, he would introduce himself. He is a gentleman, and he is at disadvantage at the moment. And he is going to, as politely as he can, ask how he can help these fine individuals, and try and wager himself to getting Narsse back. So, yeah. How can I help you find individuals this morning?
You'll take us west. One of the 2 humans, the human male, speaks up.
Only west?
We'll let you know when to stop.
Well, west from here's kind of landlocked. You didn't think about that one, did you?
I'm just trying to see what that kind of smart-ass remark would get out of this guy.
That is a shame. Oh, I've got a good one. Dad.
Yeah.
Would be a shame just to take you across the lake a little bit.
We've no need of a ferryman.
So you're looking for further than shame.
They'll take us west. And he holds his hand out, and one of the 2 orcs produces a pouch, a fairly heavy pouch. He takes the pouch, jingles it once, and drops it at the captain's feet. That and her life for passage.
This seems fair enough. I do have cargo planned for... Oh, what was it called again? Borini Redo?
What we're really to do. That was in Tigger's neck, right?
Yeah, right past his chin.
Yeah, I can't freaking read that.
BORINIRIDU.
Orrery. Yep. You'll cancel that contract. We're leaving in 3 hours.
Well, fine. I'll need her to tell me where she got the contract from so I can go cancel it.
They'll know it's canceled when you're not there to receive. He gestures, he does a little neck crack to the two orcs that are accompanying Narsse. They take her onto the captain's deck. Where are we here? There we are. There. And they tie her up standing on this portion of the captain's deck, of the steering deck. They tie her wrists still crossed around her, but they've now taken another lash and put it through that cross and are lashing her to the railing there. And one each stand at the top of the stairs in a guard position. Notice they won't let her sit down. She is in a standing position, and to go into a downward position from where she is would have her strung herself up like that. It would not work. They intend to keep her uncomfortable and awake the entire time as a bid for control and restraint on your part.
Reasonable.
The human leader and the Dracona post up down here, just below the command deck, the steering deck. They kind of claim this area here, so they've got a good view of everything on the front of the ship, and the goblins and the fawn and the other human female. Say the goblins camp out on the hatch, and the human female will ride shotgun with Brynja on the harpoon.
Okay.
Let me see here. The fawn debarks, heads back down the gangplank, and runs up the wharf. It's a couple of minutes, but the human leader says, "Prepare to make way." As I said, we've got a maximum of 3 hours before we leave.
Fair enough. Do we have the provisions that we would need? The rations?
That's a good question. Probably not. No one's done any ship shopping. That's usually part of what the captain does when he uh, goes on his portion of leave. How bad off are we? I'm gonna do a fate roll. Fate was fear was higher, but only one higher. It was a 7 and an 8.
So not really bad.
We would run ourselves empty, but we would not starve before we got there.
Okay. So I suppose the next question is, how hard would it be to get a little bit more rations in well within that 3-hour time? Probably a good bit difficult.
Not really. The Enclave isn't that big, and it's after breakfast time, which means most of the businesses are open.
Okay, so I imagine Captain would send out Nivelle and Atelis because they didn't get their shore leave to go fetch more food for the ship.
Can I get a knowledge check or let's say an instinct check for the captain? I don't care what his bonus is or negative. This is to determine whether Ridley would appreciate the value of having a hidden crew member on board.
That's right. That's right. 16 with hope.
16 with hope is actually really good, and I would say that he would recognize the value in that. So he would call on probably Rogar.
Kane was the other one that hadn't been gotten.
Or yeah, Kane. That's true. Kane hadn't gotten off.
So, in the matter of trying to keep it as fair as possible.
And Kane knows what the galley needs, so yeah, it would make sense that he would be the one to go.
Okay. So, do we want to do any rolls for that?
Well, as you guys make way for the gangplank, the human leader does a whistle through his fingers, and the Dracona steps forward to block your way. What's this mean?
We're off to get more food, more provisions for the trip.
He looks back at the leader, and the leader goes, says, "You'll be escorted by me.
That'll be fine.
You'll stay together. You'll stay within eye shot and earshot of me. If one of you doesn't come back, she dies. Just want to make that clear before we leave. Your lives are in her life is in your hands."
It's just food.
See that it is. We'll be on our way.
Thank God that was Nivelle talking.
Thank God that wasn't Nivelle talking?
Thank God that was Nivelle talking.
Okay.
Kane's got a -1 in presence. I fully imagine Kane would have sat there and gone, "Just get out of my way, I need more food."
Right. The Nivelle and Kane, anybody gonna try anything?
No, I don't think. Kane's gonna be grumpled, but Kane's always grumpled.
Right.
And Nivelle's trying to focus on what's in front of him. Get the food so we can get this shit done and over with.
Then it happens easily enough. As you left, the captain took that pouch, that payment pouch that they got. He picked that up, tossed it to you. Says, "Bring most of it back, please."
We can only carry so much anyways.
For the speed's sake, if you need to hire a porter, I'll understand.
We'll try not to.
Nothing funny, Nivelle. We need her. We need her alive. It's just another run, yeah?
There's too much at stake, and this can be too quick.
I'm glad you understand. Be off with you.
Come on, Kane.
All right, all right.
Right.
So the three of you make your way into town, and it's relatively simple. Kane knows exactly what the galley needs, and that's essentially it. Barrel of fresh water, some flour, some salt, all your normal stuff. Some bone steaks. Not the high quality stuff, just a good
To have some meat.
some meat and fat, yeah. Because we don't know how far west he does over order, because they could be going to Love for all we know. They could be going to fucking Calm for all we know.
West.
That doesn't mean a damn thing.
On the east side of the continent. Take us west. Do you know what you're asking there?
So, because we've over-ordered, it does mean that both of you are going to have your hands full, and you can rent a wagon or you can hire a porter.
I am going to load up the Dracona with some as well.
Right on. You wanted to come.
And you want good food, right? You want to have a full belly on the trip? Come on. No porter.
Okay. The Dracona is strong enough to carry a lot of stuff. So.
They do typically have big arms.
Yeah. So it's an hour and a half, which means you're back within an hour and a half of the departure time. Nobody tries anything funny, even when the Dracona is loaded down and stuff.
No, not worth it.
Kane agrees.
Does Kane agree? Kane agrees. All right. Close. He's 11 and 10.
If he had seen a golden opportunity, he might have taken it. Yeah.
He was more worried about getting the food back to the ship than anything.
Okay.
That was close.
With only Nivelle, the captain, actually helping out, and the river stands. That's about it, because everybody else is either hidden or off the boat or tied up.
Well, I would imagine Taiga and Gror
Oh, that's true.
would have made it back, so we do still have Taiga as well.
That's a good point.
Ateles is the only one that's missing.
Right, Atella, Narsse, and the two that went out shopping.
Yeah.
I'm talking about what's happening while they're shopping. So,
I got you.
but you're absolutely right. That's
An extra body and a half.
Taiga and Rogar come back and add to that. So yeah, it's easily only what would normally be 3 or 4 full hours. Everybody's kind of working double time and
Trying to get through it.
trying to get through this and get underway so that Narsse doesn't have to stay under the knife. So right at that 3-hour mark, you're in a position to where you can set sail. You can weigh the anchor, toss the hawsers off of the wharf, and start reeling them back in. And head out to sea.
All right, let's go.
Let's do a weather roll. What's the weather like once we get out past the tiger's ears, past the tigger's ears?
$11.
11. The sea is characterized by long, rolling waves that rise and fall significantly, making the ship pitch and yaw. Any character attempting fine motor tasks like tinkering or writing or sewing or drawing must succeed on an agility check with a target number of 11 or fail. Nobody's really doing any of that kind of fidgety stuff.
Taiga's not drawing?
Taiga is currently sharing his space with an asshole monkey. His space is invaded. He's not used to having somebody up in the crow's nest with him unless they're patching him up after combat or bringing him food. And even then, he accepts the bowl or plate and then sends them packing. This is his territory, and having to share it with Ateles, who is constantly telling him, shh, shh. It's constantly reminding Taiga of what a secret this is. I don't know it. You don't give me away. Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Wish I could look at you less.
Right? At one point, let's make an agility check. What was target number 11?
Yeah.
Yep. Agility for Taiga. That's not bad. Oh my God. 10 plus that 1 makes for an 11 with fear. So he succeeds the check, which means he draws Ateles in a crouching position. You can see the rounded wall of the crow's nest. It's a very nice detail. But rather than Attili's face, he has drawn an ass.
Ateli's wouldn't appreciate it, but he would appreciate it.
Yeah, kind of. Which is like,
Yeah, it would be funny if it were anyone else.
exactly. He's like, it's a finely crafted art, but all right, that's good. This is a long journey.
Yes, it is.
This is a long journey. We're at 100 miles a day. Where is it? We've got 3,000? 4,000 miles? It's a long ass journey. They don't seem to be too concerned with time, but in the interest of accelerating this, do you feel like Nivelle would put a little extra oomph into assisting the sales? How frequently would you burn yourself out? That is point A. And then point B is, it seems like their intention is to keep Narsse on that railing for the entire journey. These guys are not messing around.
So it does not say for how long Gale Force works. It just says you or an ally up to very far range. And it does cost a stress to do it.
This is a gust of wind that could essentially offer controlled flight to an ally out to very far range. Is that correct?
Yes.
That is not an insignificant amount of airflow. That is probably something that would put a decent amount of stress on the mast if it wasn't controlled. If you hadn't spent so much time doing it, I would say we might have to, or if you were doing it under stress or duress, you might have to make some finesse checks. But I do feel like you could double the speed of the ship effectively for 10% of the journey. It's not a huge amount in that you've got these unlimited gusts that you're not blowing tornadoes out, but you are putting out enough that you would be able to completely fill the sails for maybe a full minute out to very far range and give your ally a controlled landing. They don't have to make agility checks at the landing or anything like that, right? They just move your friend to very far range. That's a lot of wind and a lot of control of that wind. So I would say we could knock a full
How far did you say?
It's probably close to 3,000 miles, which means that's a full month.
It's 100 miles a day.
Yeah.
So 110 miles a day.
But adding 10% on, yeah, we can. That's a good way to figure that. Yes. Oh no, it's double the speed for 10%. Yeah. Oh, math. It's 30 days. At 100 miles, with 3 of those days being 200 miles. That would be a 10% boost.
Okay.
That feels kind of weenie to me. If you're willing to take some extra stress, let's call that 10 days of 200 miles an hour, or 200 miles a day. Regardless of of long rests during the journey, you will be at half your stress to be able to maintain that extra boost. Does that sound fair?
Yeah.
Once we reach that destination, you will need to claim a full rest in order to get that stress back.
That works. Okay. So that's still 20-day journey.
Can I get, and I'm going to do one too, Nivelle and the captain, since, and Brynja will also be kind of first mating as well. But between you and Brynja, you guys are kind of dividing first mate duties. Let's get instinct checks from everybody. On a success, there's an important thing to note.
Okay.
12s.
D12s.
Target number is going to be 14.
So I'm starting with Nivelle. I got it, but with fear. So that's 19 on the dice as a +1. So 20.
Nice. Okay. As long as one of us gets it, which I did not, and that was
You said
additional fear for me.
Brynja.
Brynja also, yes, please.
Uh, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Nice. So Nivelle and Brynja both notice. After about 10 days, the fawn starts making twice a day, starts making a journey back to the captain's deck. And with meals. is adding something to Narsse's drink.
Okay.
After each meal, Narsse, for not having been able to get a full night's sleep in this uncomfortable position, kind of perks up. She seems clear-eyed. No one has any problems with any conversations because there's always at least two of the black nail in earshot to overhear anything that's said. She's on it. She should be exhausted to the point of stupidity or unconsciousness, but she is bright-eyed and well within her means for at least 4 or 5 hours after every meal.
Why are they giving us antidepressants? Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do a couple of sea event checks.
Sure.
Let's say we got 20 days.
Yeah.
Let's do 4 sea event checks.
Okay. Number 1 is 13. Oh dear.
13. A quintessential day at sea. A steady breeze fills the sails and small regular waves gently rock the ship. Standard travel day. No mechanical effect.
Okay. Number 2. 13.
13. That is the same thing. Light chop and breeze. Fair seas.
8.
8 is... The winds shift constantly and unpredictably, making the sails difficult to manage and the ship's movement erratic. Travel speed is halved for the day. So 21 and a half days. Or 20 and a half days.
Yeah. 22.
22.
Double 11s.
On this day, and this is in the 3rd week, I guess, early in the 3rd week of the journey. We're looking at, oh no, it would be in the late 2nd, late 2nd week. The air becomes unnaturally still and heavy with latent magic. The sea is calmed and the sky is filled with a faint multicolored shimmer. Any character with a spellcast trait feels a surge of power. The next spell they cast before the next rest automatically succeeds. So you get a little extra boost to your wind casting.
That'll give us that half a day back.
Right, and that would be the net effect. Yep. All right, so we're down at 20 days still, and now we're at day 15 now for this last.
Okay.
This last check.
You only said 4.
That is only. Did we do 4?
Yeah.
We did two
calm days.
2 calm days, right?
The
The choppy
wild,
day.
the wild wind, and then the calm day.
Oh, you're right. Okay, that's 4. All right.
I mean, I'll roll again if you want me to, but
No, that's all right.
anything could go wrong. I'm just saying.
No, I'm comfortable with that. Um, on the early evening of the 19th day, Taiga shouts up, "Land ho! Land ho! Risontum! Off the starboard!" And the human leader type says, "Take us to the north of the isle." Now, our experience on this boat is that the town, come on.
The port is on the west.
The port is on the west island, on the west of the island, yes. Why aren't you doing what I want you to do?
Probably taking its time loading.
I'll just close it down. Oh, that's why, because it wasn't visible. Interact, horizontal. Can you see that?
Yeah.
All right. So he is asking us to ease to the shore as close as we can get, right around up here, which is probably about a day's travel by land to the Risontum port.
Okay. They're gonna take one of our boats.
Grandmother and grandfather are on the southern tip. That's where their living space is. That's where they've nested.
Okay.
Grandmother and grandfather are the two volcanic dragons that make their home on the Isle of Risontum. They are called grandmother and grandfather because they have fostered the draconic race from this island. This is the island that the Dracona were led to. I don't even remember how long ago it is. Close to it, 700 years ago, I think.
Couldn't take but a moment.
Okay, let me see here. 200, yeah, the year 251 was when the stillness happened,
Wedding of
and
the Suns. Yep.
the dragons came back to feel.
You beat me to it.
252 is when you guys were actually brought back onto Risontum. You guys.
Yes, because we were totally part of that.
Yeah. So, so yeah, he directs you guys to head up over the northern end of the island and come down around to within about a day's walk across land north of the settlement on Risontum. You guys know that it's a free port. Anyone who lands there is welcome to be there. The Order of the Ishanari make their home there. The Ishanari are the order of
battle monks.
battle monks, essentially, yes, who name their swords and name their weapons and claim them as family. Uh, uh, there is a draconic settlement, probably 100, 200 at any given time on the island. The Ishaneri welcome all races among them and can and train anybody who wants to come to the island and learn Ishana's ways. But it is run by the Aetheris race, the Ishaneri. As you guys, as the boat approaches the coast, the northwestern coast of Rizontum, this time at the meal, this would be a relatively early morning meal, breakfast. This time the fawn makes no effort to conceal what's happening. As Kane is bringing Narse's bowl to her and her cup to her, the fawn takes the cup, produces a vial from her belt, and it has a pearlescent white liquid in it. She pops the cork, pours the dose into Narse's cup, and puts it in front of her. Corks the jar and puts it back onto her belt. And as Narsse greedily takes that cup, not even focusing on the food right now, takes that cup and starts drinking it, the leader type begins a kind of narrating to her. Says, "What you've been feeling, girl, is the silk kiss. Feels good, doesn't it? Feel smarter? Feel capable? That's what it does. By now, the hook will be set deep. If you don't want to see her hang herself or throw herself off of the deck, you'll keep this ship right where it is until we return." Make ready to lower the skiff.
Okay. I'm fascinated. So I would imagine that would be Brynja and probably Rogar that go to do that. Yeah. Nivelle's going to be exhausted from running the sails, and Tyga's still dealing with the tellies.
Yeah. I've been kind of wondering, Atelius will be driven himself fucking nuts. 20 days stuck in that. He has. I can't imagine how he hasn't done something stupid. It's probably because while he was sleeping one night, Taiga put him in the net with the lead weights. Tied him up real good and has been feeding him probably for the past 9 or 10 days, I would think. That's the only way to keep Ateles from doing something stupid.
I do have to say, poor Taiga, because Ateles has to go to the bathroom
Right.
while he's up there.
Yeah.
He can't break that cover. Nothing like a Murda throwing Sima shit.
Right? Like, I can't believe you're making me do this.
There were probably entire days where Taiga was not in the crow's nest,
Right?
but on the top of the sail,
That would make sense. That would make sense.
just to get some fucking time away from Ateles.
Um, so it was Rogar and Brynja lowering the skiff and dropping the rope ladder so that the crew, the Black Nail crew, could
Do what they do.
Yep, scuttle down to the skiff and disappear into the, by that time, early afternoon. And suddenly, this dark, malevolent presence that has dominated the ship is just gone. Once the ship is, once the skiff is clear, Ateles starts.
Yammering.
Yeah, he starts yammering like, "You gotta let me out of here. I can get out now. They're not here. They're not gonna see me. They're not gonna find me. How are you gonna get me out of here?"
Would he though? I think Taiga would. Get the fuck out of my nest.
Right?
Go find somewhere else to hide.
Go be elsewhere.
Yeah. I can see Taiga just get the fuck out.
Yeah. Ateles, once he's free of the net, doesn't even bother climbing down. He just scampers over the edge of the crow's nest, runs along the sail beam, and just dives off into the ocean.
He needed a bath anyways.
Exactly. Exactly. I can't imagine. Narsse says you can cut me loose now.
Can we?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I don't know what it is that they've given me this silk kiss, but it's only made me feel good. I mean, sometimes I get sick an hour or two before we start eating, but It goes away as soon as I get some food in me. Captain, please, I haven't been able to move my hands.
We'll let you go to let you do some stretching, but we're keeping our eyes on you.
I haven't turned. I'm not one of them. Why would you?
It's for your own good.
As you wish,
They
Captain.
told us that you would throw yourself off the ship. It's just to make sure.
I can. It is, put it to you this way. What does the ship's crew do during the first day that the black nail is off of the boat?
Taiga's going to be working on cleaning up the nest, given. I don't see anybody doing anything special. I can see fishing,
Right.
just to have some extra meat on board if there's anything to fish.
Right. It's not a fished out area. There's plenty of catch. Every time the net goes out, it comes back full to brimming.
Cool. And that'll give us something to sell when we get to next harbor, because we have nothing.
Right.
At this point, next harbor would be Rosantum. Since we're here, unless they don't let us.
Right.
Yeah, that's about all I can think of. Is it would be regular duties to maintain the ship, make sure everything's ship shape. But the only extra thing I can see going on while we're sitting still is fishing.
All right. That's day one, day two. Anything? More of the same. So wait,
Yeah.
let's we have to address this. At dinner time, Narse's mood shifts.
Expected.
She becomes irritable. She becomes a little more grumpy than her usual self.
You were about to list a lot of stuff off, and I was going to say, so normal Narsse.
So yeah, exactly. I was like, oh yeah, she's always like that. Never mind. Yeah, no, it is
More
her,
so.
but intensified. Yes.
Okay.
By breakfast the next day, even having slept, you can see that she is pale. Her skin looks like the color. Her scales, the color in her scales is fading. Her eyes, even for having slept, are becoming discolored and dark, and she is starting to become much less energetic, except for when she's snapping at somebody or something. And that becomes a lot more easy to do, to set her off like that.
Seeing this, Nivelle would go and use Sparing Touch on her.
Okay. The effects of Sparing Touch are...
Once per long rest, touch a creature and clear 2 hit points or 2 stress points from them.
Awesome. All right. So we're clearing 2 stress.
Yes.
She probably wasn't really physically damaged, so that the 2 hit points would definitely put her back up to max. She wasn't beat up, really. She was tied up while she was sleeping and never had the opportunity to fight back since. So
yeah, but she did still have 2 stress marked on my side, at least.
Yeah. I didn't mark anything. I was letting you handle that. So,
right. But still showing her some kind of we want to help,
right?
Kind of idea. So,
and that does do a certain amount of good, but it is unfortunately short-lived. By the time the next meal, by the time lunchish happens, you can see that she's starting to go into another quiet depression. The dark under her eyes, when you cast that, kind of started to fade, and she started to look a little bit better, but the color in her scales was still wan.
Yeah, okay. So, I can only do that once per long rest, so I can do it for her again tomorrow. That'll help very much. But I suppose it could help that. But I don't see... Okay, so... Nivelle does have something that might help if read correctly, but I don't know the details well enough to be able to say this will help.
Okay.
Life support. Spend 3 hope. Clear a hit point on an ally within close range. That's it.
At best, I would say that would it's questionable to Novell as to how much that would help. It is as questionable as it sounds.
Yeah.
It could. I could just use Sparing Touch on her tomorrow and do more. Do twice as much health points.
But she got out of that first time. She got the period between 2 meals before you guys started noticing that the effects were returning.
Yeah. Isn't good. The only other thing I have is prayer dice. And that's not going to help because that's all adding to rolls. An interesting idea. I don't know how committed I am to the idea though, so.
Okay. I can say that inspirational words from the captain would probably
Yeah.
have a similar effect as what you were doing.
Okay, hang on, what? Oh, equal to your presence, okay. I was trying to figure out where the existing tokens came from for that. Give them one benefit. Only one benefit from the following.
Yeah.
But per long rest, he can do all three. So if, in the hopes of it helping, I can very easily see Captain Ridley just tapping on a drum and talking to her as best he can without setting her off. I suppose the question is there a specific one that would help? Or
The stress reduction.
the stress reduction?
As you can take stress away, that seems to prolong the effects.
Okay.
The period in between the negative effects.
Okay. Trying not to be too meta.
Yeah. No, I get you. It's
So yeah, he'll go ahead and try and help ease her mind.
Rally also has some stress effects that are positive.
I was just reading that. To clear a number of stress equal to the result of the die. And that's a D6. Okay. Okay. So yeah, he would go ahead and use inspirational words.
That would keep her from gaining a stress on that second day, and at the beginning of that second day.
She has to roll for the rally dice, though. Is it?
Yep. At level 1, your rally die is a d6. A PC can spend their rally die to roll it, adding the result to their action roll, reaction roll, damage roll, or to clear a number of stress equal to the die result.
Okay.
So yeah, she can just roll the die and clear that much stress.
Okay, but why would she do that?
Because you've given her effectively bardic inspiration.
Yeah. Yeah, because that is
It's another
once
version
per
of
session.
Yeah, once per session. So you got between inspirational words, once per long rest, and so yeah, no, you don't even, you just give her a rally die.
Yeah. My question is, what would cause her to want to use it?
At a certain point, and it would be pretty deep into her stress limit. Anything you can do to get the peace. She's suffering from a deep addiction now.
Right. I did pick up on that.
Yeah. So at a certain point, you start not caring what you have to do it, and if it means pretending happy enough to be able to roll a rally die, if she's got the excuse and the inspiration to do it, then she will. You'll take it how and where you can get it. So I would say that it would be an easy thing. The problem is, I don't think she would, like, this kind of affliction is so relative. And as soon as you start thinking, oh, I'm in pain, like, it would be wise for her to let that stress build up and then roll the die. She would blow it at 2.
Okay. I'm just gonna roll this and we can decide whether or not she does use it. So the other idea I had that I'm not committed to, I'm not really sold that it would be a thing that would happen,
Okay.
but I can see it happening for other reasons aside from the general stress relief. And that was my thought process in the first place. Was if it happens, it's going to happen for stress relief.
Right.
But I can see Brynja and Narsse coming to blows, friendly or otherwise. Because I can see Narsse snapping at Brynja and Brynja not really backing down from it.
Right.
and they would come to a sparring match, so to speak. But also, outside of it's for stress relief, it's also fighting.
Right. Yeah, and that stresses the damage you do in a spar.
Yeah. Which wouldn't be great, but also
It would not help her to clear stress. It just wouldn't. And that I mean that maybe that needs to happen to learn that lesson. This would be early day 3. Brynja,
Yeah.
what?
I was counting. I was like, yeah, that should be about right.
Without, I'm going to roll a d4, and that is 2. At the beginning of this morning, she has taken 2 stress, so she's back up to 2 stress. With inspirational words and blowing that rally die. That was yesterday. Overnight, where she was only gaining equivalent of 1 stress between each meal, on day 3 she's gaining 2 stress between each meal. So in the morning, Brynja takes it upon herself to bring Narsse her meal, and Narsse snatches the cup from her hand, spilling her bowl. Because Brynja's reaction is physical to having that snatched out. She's not expecting it, and Narsse does it with such
Yeah.
That start causes Brynja to drop the bowl, and the food spills, and Narsse, instead of draining the cup, throws it at Brynja.
Does it hit?
There. We're going to unequip. That is a 19 with fear.
Appropriate. It does hit.
4 points. Any damage applied from those 4 points is dealt in stress.
All right. Brynja has taken 1 stress. And Narse's sitting on 2, right?
Yes, Narsse should have 2 stress this morning, yes.
And Brynja is going to... That hurt. I don't want to fight you.
Narsse reaches down, grabs the bowl, scoops up some of the food, not all of it. She's not taking time to do this. And as she stands up, before she reaches fully stood up, she launches the contents of the bowl into Brynja's face.
Okay, we're doing this now.
What's Brynja's evasion?
11.
That was 12 with hope, so we'll take a hope. It won't do any damage because it's just food, but it did hit and it did its job.
Yep. I don't think she's gonna like what happens next. That crit.
Oh,
And it's Brynja.
yeah. Yeah, I understand. All right.
Let's see, that's 2d10 plus 2d6 plus 3. Brynja didn't want to do this. It's 2d6. And that's max damage plus the roll, right?
Yeah.
So that's already 20, 32, 35. 36, 37. Both of this d6s rolled 1.
That's good. Trying to take it easy on her.
Right. And then 16, 17, 18, 32, 40,
Is that
50,
50?
53.
God damn.
Brynja hurt. And then
That's 3 hit points. She will. She can only mark 1 armor slot, so that's 2 hit points, which would be 2 stress. And that puts her at 4 stress out of her 6, right?
Yeah.
So it's backhand, punch to the gut, punch to the gut. Narsse curls around Brynja's fist, drops to her knees, and instead of getting up, she starts bawling. It's not regret, it's anger and pain. This isn't about Brynja. None of this ever was. This was about the physicality and not being able to find a way out of this. The pain hurts too much to even take any relief in the pain. So, in utter powerlessness, close to despair, Narsse just has to release it somehow and lets out this howl of pain and curls up, crying loudly, crying ugly, rolls up into the fetal position and just lets it out.
Brynja is going to attempt to comfort her as best she can. Nivelle, having heard the cry, would come in to see what's going on for one. And after assessing the situation, would look to do a sparing touch on
Narsse again, only clearing another 2 stress, but
Right.
it would still count for something. It would still try and help.
Right. And the captain would spend, I think, the next hour using inspiring words as well. So we can knock that down by another stress, even with only 1 at this point. And by the time Novelle is done, Narsse's tears have turned now to remorse. I'm so sorry, Brynja. You didn't deserve that. I'm sorry. I just needed to lash out. And at one point she says, I don't have control over myself.
Brynja would understand. Brynja would say, I get it. They told us you would cause problems because of what they had given you. I'm not blaming you. Try and feel better. Try to keep it to yourself as best you can. We don't want to fight.
I don't want to fight either. I don't want any of this. She picks herself up and moves to the stairs down into the crew quarters.
No.
Nope, nope, nope.
Nope, don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
I'm not saying anything.
Nope. I'm talking to myself.
Okay.
Because I almost said the same thing I said last time I did that. And that would be inappropriate in this instance. Narsse does not have anything particularly interesting. She does have a minor stamina potion.
Oh. That's good stress reduction, yeah. She would down that as soon as she got back down to her quarters. That's something that she will have had by her bed or something. 1. Exactly what she needed to clear that last one.
It counts for something.
Yeah. Unfortunately, by the time dinner rolls around, because that was lunch, right?
That was breakfast.
That was breakfast. Yes. So by the time lunch rolls around, she's built up another 2 stress. Every meal, it's 2 stress.
How many days of this shit?
It's during the lunch on the 3rd day, during dinner on the 3rd day. You see a hooded lantern mounted on the bow of the skiff.
On its way back.
On its way back. Unfortunately, by that time, Narcissa's at 4 stress.
4 stress between meals?
2. You picked up 2 by lunch.
Oh, this is still the same third day.
This is still the same third day. Yes.
Okay.
This is day 3 that the crew have been left alone on the ship.
I got you.
Okay. So 2 by lunch, 2 more by dinner. Now during dinner, you hear Taiga, skiff ho, skiff approaching.
And where's Ateles?
Where is Ateles? It's only during
The last we saw Ateles, he dove into the ocean.
right. No, he will have just swum right back to the ship and gone and hung out down in quarters. The captain was forced out of his quarters while we were on the ship. He was down sleeping in Narse's bed because Narsse was lashed to the railing.
Right.
The Black Nail had taken over his quarters, and none of them have ever gone down below. So Ateles feels comfortable down in crew quarters and listening for anything. He could dart down into the hold and find a hiding space. He feels confident he could find a hiding space down in the hold relatively easily.
Even though it's mostly empty right now.
Yeah, but there's
still ship supplies there.
Exactly.
This is crew quarters.
Yes, this is crew quarters, sorry. There we go. So we got barrels, chests, sailcloth, coils of rope, all kinds of stuff that he could be able to kind of create a little monkey cave.
Stuff he could bury himself under if necessary.
And a big pile of fish. These 3 never got filled.
Unfortunately. All because Narsse got drunk.
Yo.
What are we at right now?
We are at, 144. Good God.
Yeah.
Now is a good time to actually quit it before they actually get to the ship.
Really?
You don't think so?
Was I don't know what else you had planned, so.
None of this has been planned, dude.
You've been leading well enough, so.
I know we're both supposed to be doing this stuff, and I'm sorry.
I'm putting input when I think I can.
Okay.
When I have ideas, I am presenting them.
Okay.
So I'm not saying you're holding the steering wheel, but I see you have some idea with what's going on right now, so.
Okay. Then I will give you your leave. Give you the reins when you feel like you've got something like this for you. So yeah, no, this is supposed to be a partnership. We're supposed to be both GMing this, and I've kind of dominated this episode.
You're more used to the GMing thing than I am right now, so.
But yeah, I think now would actually be a good time to call it. I am starting to feel a little bit loopy, but I am comfortable enough with what's going on that if you wanted to keep going, we absolutely could.
I think it is I think it's time because we started recording at what, 10?
At 10:30, I think. Yeah.
So we're at 3.5, 4
Three
hours.
and a half hours. 3:36. Yep. Well, thank you guys for bearing with us. I think, yeah, we're gonna call it here. Just as the Black Nail team comes to return to the ship, we will notice that Narsse runs back up on deck.
Yeah. She's happy for their return.
She's not happy, but her feet are moving without her consent. But she is there at the rope ladder waiting for them to get back.
Yeah, she is expectant of them.
Yes.
She needs her fix.
Exactly. So thank you so much for hanging out with us this long. If you did, we definitely appreciate you. Check back with us in about 7 days to see what happens, where the journey takes us from here. But definitely check back with us on Monday.
3 or 4 days from now.
Monday?
Yeah.
Today is Saturday morning now, so yes, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, two full days.
But this won't go up until Tuesday. Or Monday won't go up until Tuesday.
Monday goes up Monday night. Yeah, usually a little after midnight by the time I get it uploaded and published.
Keep track of what's going on. We'll see. We'll see you the next time.
Yeah.
If anybody kept track of that.
Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm getting loopy. An Orrery of Souls out, y'all.
Bye.